Good morning. Here is today's word of blessings for you. 1 Kings 19:11-13. The Lord said, "Go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord, but the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out and stood at the mouth of the cave. Then a voice said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" Today's title is Gentle Whisper. Our God is big. But God is not only big but gentle and detailed too. In God, there is a wonderful balance of big and small, power, and love. Elijah was one of the greatest prophets who knew the greatness of God. He had a great vision to restore God's reign in Israel. He fought hard and accomplished a lot, including the great victory at Mount Carmel. But he was not a man without human frailty. He expected the great victory would turn away the king and people from following the false god Baal once and for all. But it turned out that the great victory worsened the situation. The Queen Isabel adamantly decided to kill Elijah to get even for the killings of the prophets of Baal. She began to threaten and chase Elijah harder. Elijah became so frustrated. And his frustration turned into skepticism toward God. He knows that God is all-powerful. Then, why did he become suddenly quiet, as if he is not interested in this critical fight anymore? He went to God with the grudge and question. God didn't rebuke Elijah. Instead, God taught him a gentle lesson. God showed Elijah the great and powerful wind that tore the mountain. The wind was powerful enough to destroy the ungodly nation. But God was not in there. Neither was he in the earthquake that shook the earth, nor in the fire that could burn and swallow the ungodly people and nation. God was in the gentle whisper which was barely audible. What is God saying? He is saying that it is true that I have all the power and authority to destroy the ungodly kingdom and people. But I would rather build and restore them with a gentle voice. Will you understand my heart? When do you think Elijah fully understands what God says? I believe Elijah fully understands it when he met with Jesus at the Mount of Transfiguration. There, the glorious Son of God, who had all authority of heaven and earth, gives himself up meekly and gently at the cross to save the nations and peoples. What a mystery, what a paradox it is. We are saved by the gentle whisper, not by the wind that tore the mountain. How much do we appreciate the gentle voice? Did we stop grumbling like Elijah yet? Then you might hear the gentle voice of God saying to you, "What are you doing here?